The following is a production of WCMP Sports. It's time for volleyball action here on WCMP. First serve is coming up shortly, but now we send it to the court for the call of this match.
Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen, to tonight's broadcast of volleyball here on WCMP. Whether you're listening on 106.5 FM, AM 1350, or you're watching this game live online at WCMPradio.com, it should be a fun one here tonight where the Rush City Tigers get set to host the Chisago Lakes Wildcats. This game here between a Class 2A team in the Rush City Tigers out of Section 7 and a Class 3A team in the Chisago Wildcats, and they come out of the Class of 3, as I mentioned, 3A, but out of Section 4 in that Class 3A. Again, I'm Ethan Game Day Gilman. I'll be bringing you all the action here from tonight's volleyball matchup, and man, the Rush City Tigers, as we look at their season, one of the best in the state in section, or not in the section, but in all of Class 2A right now. They are one of the best. They're sitting at 4-0 in their section, which again is 7AA, and there's two parts to 7AA. There's SS1 and SS2. And standings-wise, if you look at the SS1 part, it is the better section of 7AA. SS1 has the 11th ranked, 29th, 34th, and 43rd ranked teams in their top four. SS2 has the 37th, 40th, 63rd, and 76th. So when you look at it, SS1 is a little bit more competitive, but that doesn't mean anything once we get to playoff, because playoffs, everything resets at playoffs. It's a clean slate. Doesn't matter what your record was during the regular season, what kind of records you broke. It all comes down to the playoffs, and anyone is beatable in the playoffs. But Rush City right now, I don't know about that. I don't know how true that statement's going to be. They are 20-1. They have only given up 9 sets. Yeah, that's right. So in a set, you have to score 25 and win by 2. That means Rush City has only done that 9 times. You know how many times they've won? 50. They have won 50 sets in this season. It has been an incredible one here for the Rush City Tigers. They're on a 17-game winning streak, and they're ranked 11th in the state, which is interesting because they have played some of the top teams out there. But when you look at some of the other teams like Annandale, one that is a little bit surprising is Nova Classical Academy out of Section 4AA. Then you got Pipestone, Painesville 17. But then as we keep going up, Southwest Christian, Zumbrota, Cannon Falls, all these teams always some of the ones that you hear at the top of the class in Class 2A. But Rush City is got to be in that conversation as well. Sauk Center, of course, is there, Pequot Lakes. But I'm telling you, Rush City right now, I think, is definitely the favorite to come out of Section 7AA, in my opinion. They really haven't had any close ones against anybody from this section. As we go to their schedule, they've really handled business quite easily, I want to say. I don't want to say it's been easy, because if you ask them, they'll say, no, we've had some ones where it has been difficult and we need to do better. But as we look at the ones from their section, Pine City and Hinckley Finlayson both won 3-0 and 3-1 over Pine City. And then they beat, well, we might as well look at the entire class of 2A since we're going that way. And then they also beat Piers and Holdingford 2-0. That's in a tournament. They also beat Maple Lake 2-1. Then they beat Mora 2-0. And they would also beat Hudson from Wisconsin 2-1. Then they beat Hinckley Finlayson again 3-0. And they've got one more chance, it looks like, to play 2A opponent in Pine City next Tuesday. Or, excuse me, no, that should be tomorrow. Yeah, I'm all over the board tonight. I can't get my dates straight. I usually don't call games on Mondays. That's why it's throwing me off a little bit. I see the Tuesday date, and I'm like, wait a minute, it's Tuesday today. But that's right, it is Monday, folks. It's a Monday, and it certainly has felt like one. But, yeah, Rush City right now is my favorite to go to state from this section out of even both sides of it, the SS1 and SS2. They're my favorite. And as we look at it, they haven't just played 2A schools or 3A schools. They played 4A schools too, looking at 3 and 4A schools. Coon Rapids, 4A school, they beat 2-0. They beat both Hill Murray and Princeton, who are both 3A schools. They beat North Branch, a 3A school, 3-0. We all know what kind of franchise, what kind of legacy that North Branch has as being such a good volleyball team. They beat them 3-0 this year in consecutive sets. They beat Becker, a 3A school, 2-0 in a tournament. So then they've got 2 more chances to play 3A schools tonight against Chisago Lakes and then against Simile to wrap up their season next Tuesday on the 18th. So now that'll be in Simile, so that'll be a little bit more difficult. But Simile having a bit of a down year this year. So to me, I think Rush City has been the best battle tested. I think they got the best chance to get out of this section and get to state. And, you know, I'd have to look back and see how long it's been since they've been to state. But I don't think it's been terribly long. I remember not that long ago they were at state. I mean, you've got a ton of teams in this local listening area who have history of great volleyball teams. Rush City is one of them. Rush City had a couple down years, and last year and this year, they are back again. I mean, the past, 3-4 years, they've been right at the top of the conference in the Great River, and they've been close, if not taken, the Great River Conference title. Now, if we want to go there and look at the conference standings, they're 8-0, not a blemish. Their closest match, though, was just last Thursday when they narrowly escaped the Bram Bombers 3-2. And I know someone who was calling that game, Adam Hefty, over there calling that game. He was saying, you know what? It's not that Rush City played bad. Bram just came to play, and I will be very interested to see how that turns out to be. If that was just a night that, you know, 2 teams just went at it, they were very good, or if, you know, maybe Pine City tomorrow has a chance to make it go all 5. We'll have to wait and see. But yeah, it's really a 3-team race right now, and it might come down more to a 2-team race just based on how many times being played in the conference right now. Rush City leads 8 times. They played. They're 8-0. Pine City is 7 times. They're 6-1. Then Mille Lacs is the next closest at 5 times at 4-1. So I think it comes down to tomorrow, Pine City and Rush City playing here in Rush City, to who will take the conference. I believe if Rush City wins tomorrow, it is theirs. It is their conference title. But if Pine City wins tomorrow, I do believe if Pine City wins out, so they have to play Rush City tomorrow here in Rush, then they got to play against Bram in Bram on Thursday, and then they have to go up to Mille Lacs to end their season next Tuesday. But if Pine City wins out, they'll have the share of the conference title with the Rush City Tigers. But if the Tigers win tomorrow, I do believe it's their conference title to take. So it's going to come down to tomorrow. It's going to be a big game tomorrow, and you can bet we will see every ounce of energy, hustle, everything that those 2 teams have tomorrow night, including tonight, because the Chisago Lakes Wildcats come into this game 7-16. They've had a pretty tough schedule. They played some really tough teams. They started out the season with a loss to St. Paul Como Park. They did fall against Hill Murray, but then they went on the road to beat St. Paul Johnson, then came back and beat Princeton. And the tournaments are what I'm looking at, are really the places they have kind of struggled. In tournaments, they start out kind of slow, and then the last 2, it seems like they've really gotten a hold of things. But again, they have it's 7-16 record on the season, and a good mix of 3, 2, and 4A schools. Only a couple of single A schools, but they're some of the top ones. Lester Prairie, Gibbon, Fairfax, Winthrop. Those are some of the top ones in the conference. They're coming in on a bit of a losing skid here, a 5-game losing skid stretching back to their home tournament on Saturday, October 1st. So they lost 3 straight there. Then they lost against North Branch last Tuesday, lost against Big Lake last Tuesday. So they're looking to come in to tonight's game trying to get back on the winning side of things and maybe try and get a clean sweep to end the season against Rush City here tonight, then Cambridge on Tuesday, then Monticello on Thursday, then next Monday, St. Anthony Village, and next Tuesday, Cambridge Isani. So they'll look to kind of go on a run to end the season. Of course, they'll play Cambridge Isani 3 times this season, almost 4. They could have played them again in their home tournament if they were to have won more games, but unfortunately they did not. But again, we're here at Rush City High School where the red-hot Rush City Tigers get set to take on the Chisago Lakes Bulldogs. It should be a fun one. I'm excited. I hope you're excited. And we get to see some very good volleyball here tonight between these 2 squads. We're going to take a commercial break. When we come back, we will have our starters announced. we will have our national anthem played, and we will be set for first serve here on 106.5 FM, AM 1350, WCMP.
It's almost time to start pushing snow. Sorry, just the messenger. Thankfully, Minnesota Equipment in Isanti has affordable machines to do the heavy lifting. Any size property. Toro and Aaron's walk behind snow blowers. Oh, you got land, huh? How about John Deere lawn and garden tractors? Or a compact utility tractor? Minnesota Equipment has them in stock. Snow removal doesn't have to be backbreaking. Not if you get into Minnesota Equipment, Highway 65 in Isanti, or visit minnesotaequipment.com.
Great homes start with a sound foundation. That foundation starts with a mortgage from Northwoods Bank. Northwoods Bank is a community bank that knows the neighborhood. We have personalized home lending solutions, and with our rapid mortgage, apply online at northwoodsbank.com 24/7. Be approved in 20 minutes and be in your dream home sooner. Think local when it comes to your banking solutions. Northwoods Bank, we make it happen for you. Northwoods Bank is an equal housing lender and FDIC insured.
With high school sports season here again, Wellia Health wants to remind you that they want to help your athletes stay in the game. Sports medicine services are available at every Wellia Health campus. Whether it's the young athlete, the weekend warrior, or the accomplished athlete, injuries can happen. Get back in the game by calling the sports medicine experts at Wellia Health, 320-679-1313. Wellia Health. Live life well.
Are you interested in a technical degree that can quickly help you land your dream career? Or maybe you've always dreamed of going to a 4-year college, but you'd like to start close to home. Either way, Pine Technical and Community College has you covered. PTCC offers more than 50 degrees in hot fields like healthcare information technology, advanced manufacturing, and business. PTCC is now accepting applications. Financial aid may be available online at pine.edu. Starting out or starting over, find your future at Pine Technical and Community College.
A&W Restaurant Pine City is still making fresh root beer, that signature item since 1919. It's still made fresh and on-site with real cane sugar and a blend of secret ingredients. It doesn't get any better than this. Their world-renowned A&W root beer is a classic treat, and they can top it off with creamy vanilla soft serve to be known as the famous A&W root beer float. Now that's smooth, tasty, and refreshing. An American iconic A&W root beer float. It never tasted so good. A&W Restaurant Pine City. Come grab your root beer float today.
When was the last time you had a professional tune-up for your home or business furnace? 1 year? 5 years? Or maybe it's been so long that you don't remember. When it's time to winterize your home or business, your routine isn't complete without a furnace tune-up from Dale's Heating and Appliance. A tune-up from Dale's will keep your furnace running at peak efficiency so you can keep warm all winter. Don't wait and avoid costly repairs. Call Dale's Heating and Appliance at 320-629-3531 or contact them online at dalesheatingandappliance.com.
If you've been injured in an auto accident or have sustained other personal injury, you don't have to leave town to get good representation. Spear & Swanson attorneys at law in Pine City are experienced and will work on your case with no fee until they get you money. They also handle divorce and custody cases, criminal defense, including DWI and other legal matters. Spear & Swanson is your local law firm that cares about you. So if you need legal representation or advice, call 320-629-7586. Spear & Swanson, attorneys at law in Pine City.
Hey, I'm Chad Greenway. When I was playing, I loved chasing down running backs. But you shouldn't have to chase your bank around when you're buying a home. Franzen Bank & Trust Mortgage Consultants will be with you stride for stride, like a linebacker on a running back, from pre-approval to closing and beyond. Let Franzen Bank guide you through the mortgage process. Learn more at franzenbank.com/get-there. Franzen Bank & Trust. Real people, real results. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
My career journey started at Northwood Technical College. I'm a business management graduate, and I'm proud of my education here. I transferred to a 4-year college where I earned a bachelor's in management, then went on to law school. I'm now an attorney and chief operating officer of a sovereign nation wealth fund. I work remotely across the country providing business resources for 2 tribes. I chose to start my education at Northwood Tech because I could earn credits towards my bachelor's. All associate degrees have a 4-year path. Choose your path and experience success.
End of the season means savings at Minnesota Equipment. Save big on remaining zero turns in stock. Bravely, Aaron's, Toro, and John Deere. Buy now with 0% financing available. That's 0 on zero turns. Need a walk behind instead? They got plenty of those too. On site and ready to go. The knowledgeable staff will get you the machine that fits your property size. Minnesota Equipment. Your neighbors. Your experts. Your neighborly experts. Highway 65 in Isanti or at minnesotaequipment.com.
Back here on WCMP 106.5 FM, AM 1350. And, of course, live at WCMPradio.com. The site for tonight's volleyball matchup between the Rush City Tigers and the Chisago Lakes Wildcats. And to get your starting lineups here with the Chisago Lakes Wildcats, it will be number 5, Alyssa Shanis. Number 6, Abby Zins. Number 7, Ella Weinzettel. Number 11, Tiana Ritter. Number 16, Isabel Nelson. And number 30, Kelsey Hank. On the other side, it'll be number 1, Autumn Stream. Number 2, Cora Sayadovich. Number 4, Lydia Bankston. Number 13, Abigail Thielander. Number 20, Veronica Hemming. And number 21, Michaela Ertz. Of course, the Tigers libero will be McKenna Garr. And get everything situated here so we have a better look. There we go. And it will be the Tigers who will serve first. Sayadovich back to serve for Rush City. Serve is over, and it's dug up by the, well, it's not going to be dug up by the Wildcats. It was Hank trying to get to it, but not able to do anything with it, and that'll give the Tigers the 1-0 lead. Sayadovich back to serve once again. Her serve is up. It is long. So at that point, we'll go right back to the Wildcats, and that'll tie it up at 1 apiece. Back to serve for the Wildcats will be number 7, Ella Weinzettel. Weinzettel with the serve. It is over, dug up by the Tigers. Garr. And now going up for the kill. That is Lydia Bankston getting the kill there for Rush City, making it 2-1. And now going back to serve for the Tigers is Lydia Bankston. Tigers wearing their blue shirts with the yellow numbers and letters outlined in white as another point goes there for the Tigers. The Chisago Lakes Wildcats are wearing their black long sleeves with gold letters and then green numbers outlined in gold. Serve from Bankston is over, dug up by the Wildcats, and then Bankston cannot catch up to it as that is Weinzettel who gets the kill off the tip from Bankston. Bankston just got a fingertip on it as it went out of bounds, making it 3-2. And now back to serve is Alyssa Shanis. Shanus, I believe is how it's pronounced now that I look at my notes. Shanus with the serve. It's dug up there by Ferry. And now looking for the kill on the other way. That was Sayadovich with the kill. And another point here for Rush City. Oops. They lead 4-2. Now back to serve for the Tigers is Michaela Ertz. Ertz with the serve. That's dug up by their libero. And looking for the kill across the other way. That was Rebecca Norelius. And then it goes off of a Tiger out of bounds. And it'll be point back for Chisago Lakes. 4-3 is the score. Now to serve is Tiana Ritter, and her serve is over. And it got down, but Bankston and Garr, the libero, both went after it. They got it. They got their hands underneath it, but it went straight into the net. And that'll tie it at 4. Ritter, it's set to serve. Her serve is over. Dug up by Bankston. And looking for the kill. That's Ferry, dug up by the Wildcats. And hitting it back across is Norelius. And now with the block at the net. And point Rush City, Veronica Hemming right there waiting for that one. That makes it 5-4. That'll break the tie. And speaking of Hemming, she'll be back to serve for the Tigers on that far side corner. Serve is over. Dug up by the libero and looking for the kill across the other way. That's Kayla Larson. And now the Tigers. That's Ella Ferry looking for the kill, but that goes too far and it goes out of bounds. Tying this game at 5. By the way, Brianna Willie, the libero for Chisago Lakes. As we are tied at 5, checking into the game, Alyssa Chanus getting set to serve. Her serve is up. It is over. Dug up by Lamont. And now looking for the kill across the other way. That was Sayatovich. And the dig initially by the Wildcats, but then Ella Weinzettel could not catch up to it. That'll break the tie once again and make it 6-5. Ella Ferry back to serve now for Rush City. Ferry with the serve. It's over. Dug up by the Wildcats. Now looking for the kill across the other way, but dug up there by Ribich. Ribich, and now lines it up is Bankston across the way. Diving dig by the Wildcats, and they hit it back across the other way, and just past the outstretched arm there of Ferry. It's going to get down another point, and that'll tie us right back up at 6. So back and forth we go to start this first set. Neither team able to grab advantage yet. Kelsey Hank in to serve now for Chisago Lakes. So we're tied at 6. Excuse me, I've seen the 3 minutes up on the board. But I promise we're tied at 6. Dug up by the libero Gar. And just tapping it across, trying to his Autumn Stream, back across off the block. And now hitting it across was Bankston, but I think she got into the net possibly. And that'll be a point for Chisago Lakes. They lead 7-6 now here early on in set number 1. Plenty of time here for the Tigers to shake off this shaky start. That doesn't make sense. The serve is over. It was dug up by Ribich initially, and then it got into the net. And her teammate unable to catch up to it. Makes it 8-6 in favor of the Wildcats. Serve is over. Dug up by Gar once again. Sayatovich will just push it across. The libero gets the dig, and now hitting it across. Diving dig there made. And now Bankston, just a light tap over. Beautiful spot and beautiful idea. As the dig from T-Lander, Abigail T-Lander, was able to set Bankston up for that one. And again, you don't need to have the hardest hit out there. Sometimes just place it where you need to place it. And that's kind of what happened on that one. But then the serve goes into the net from McKenna Gar. That'll make it 9-7. In favor of Chisago Lakes, Brianna Willie back to serve for the Wildcats. Her first time serving tonight. Serve is over. Dug up by Gar to Sayatovich. And Bankston again, just lightly tapping it across. Smart play there by Bankston. And a point back for Rush City. They now trail 9-8, down by only 1. Ribich checks out. In for her is Hemming. And now getting back to serve is Sayatovich. And Sayatovich, probably one of their better servers for Rush City. She's gotten a ton of aces. The serve is dug up, and now looking for the kill across the way, but diving dig there by Hemming, and now Bankston will hit it back across right where they aren't. And Bankston, another kill. That makes it tied at 9. It was a really good hit there from Abby Zins, but an even better diving effort from Sayatovich to keep that ball alive. Sayatovich again back to serve. It is over. Right to Zins, and that is going to go to the scorer's table out of bounds, and Rush City storms back and now retakes the lead 10-9. Student section for Rush City getting into it now. Sayatovich back to serve. Serve is over. Dug up by Hank, and now hit across there by Weinzettel. It's dug up there by T-Lander. And Bankston will look for the kill. Touched by Hank. And the Wildcats keep it alive. Back across. Dug up by T-Lander. And Hemming will look for the kill. And that's dug up there by Chanus. Oh, it goes into the separator on top. Or up top, up above the net. I'll try and give you a glimpse of it. It goes into that thing. If you can see what I'm talking about. So it went into that, and point Rush City, they now lead 11-9. Sayatovich to serve again. It is, it hit the net, but it gets over. Chisago Lakes does a good job of keeping track of it. Back across, T-Lander with the dig, and getting it over again is Michaela Ertz, and she gets the kill for Rush City, making it 12-9. So a little bit of a shaky start there, but for the Tigers, but they have since found a groove and now lead 12-9. Again, Sejatovic with the serve. It's over. That's dug up by Zins. She seems to be their lead digger. And that goes back across the way. And yeah, it was a good hit there from Zins, but her swing led her into the net, and that's going to make it 13-9. Zins had a beautiful hit, but she hit the net on her way down, and that makes it 13-9. Sejatovic again with the serve. And it's in, an ace for Sejatovic. 14-9. And there we go. The timeout called there by Chisago Lakes. 14-9. Tigers with the lead. They have scored 7 straight. After trailing 9-7, they have now scored 7 unanswered points here in this first set as we get towards that midway point of the first set. Again, this is only the first set here in Rush City between the Tigers and the Chisago Lakes Bulldogs. Bulldogs did call the timeout there. The Tigers again at 20-1 on the year. It has been a great season for the Rush City Tigers. And of course, they will look to be the number 1 seed going into the playoffs. And it doesn't look like they're going to have many people in their way. I'd say the top teams that they got to worry about, again, Pine City. I'd say Proctor. Proctor always got to worry about. And Esco. I think Esco is a sneaky team. But I'd say their biggest worry is Pine City. I think Pine City poses the biggest threat. Other than that, Esco and Proctor fall short behind Pine City. But I really do think it's their Great River Conference rival, Pine City, that poses the biggest threat in the playoffs. Guess we'll have to wait and see, though. And it all can depend, too, on the seeding you get. That really does help. So Sejatovic will continue to serve for the Tigers, and this one is dug up by Hank, and that's going to go back off of the finger roll. And another ace for Sejatovic again. She just has plenty of those. They don't have their statistician here tonight, so not able to see how many aces she has, but it's already got to be, I'm guessing, 2 already. Hank with the serve again, dug up into the net, and then the set there from Shanus goes out of bounds. 16-9, 9 unanswered now for the Tigers. Sejatovic's serve goes over. It's dug up by Zins. This is going to line up. Zins again. That goes into the net. Can't get it over from Zins, and that'll make it 17-9. Zins ran up on it really quickly and just could not lift it enough. Of course, the Chisago Lakes Wildcats, coached by Hannah Lindstrom. The Tigers, Eric Thielander. The serve is over from Sejatovic. Dug up by their libero and just tapping it across. Smart play there from Ella Weinzettel. That will get them off the slide. It was 10 straight points scored by the Rush City Tigers. 10 unanswered before Chisago Lakes gets one back, and Weinzettel will go back to serve for the Wildcats. Her serve is over. Dug up by McKenna Garr. And Hemming lines that one up, but blocked at the net by the Wildcats. That was Kayla Larson who was there. And it's down on Rush City's side, 17-11. Weinzettel with the serve again. Dug up by Garr. Sejatovic, and getting it over is Bankston. She had an awkward angle, but she still gets it over. And Zins looks for the kill. Garr right there for the dig. Sejatovic, Bankston just tapping it over. And my goodness, the communication, the hustle, just with this Rush City team is why I do believe they are the favorite to go to state. Just not too many teams out there doing it as well as they are. Serve is over from Bankston, and she gets the dig off the hit from Chisago Lakes. And Michaela Ertz taps it across, and for the kill, Michaela Ertz makes it 19-11. Bankston, the serve across. Dug up by the Wildcats, and looking for the kill is Zins. This goes into the rafters on the dig from Bankston, but it gets across by Sejatovic. Dug up by Willie. And Zins again taps this one across. Sayatovich with the dig to Gar. And that'll get to Ella Ferry. She gets it across. It hits the net, but gets down. And the Tigers take a 20-11 lead over the Chisago Lakes Wildcats. Lydia Bankston will get set to serve again. Her serve is out. Oh, that one was close. And you know what? Chisago Lakes caught a break because that went in between two Wildcat players, and they did not have a chance at it if they were going to try and get it. Abby Zins back to serve. 20-12 is the score. This one's dug up by Ferry. Hemming taps it across. It was blocked at the net for a moment by Kayla Larson, but it was just tapped enough to get it over her block. 21-12, and we got another timeout called here by the Chisago Lakes Wildcats. 21-12, a 9-point lead here in the first set for the Tigers from Rush City. The Tigers, again, not a lot of teams do it better than they do. And it's, I don't want to say this because it's not true, but they're just not super flashy. You know, you can see a bunch of teams who do all this fun, different kind of stuff, but they're just so fundamentally sound. They do everything right. They do the little things right. The communication, the hustle, the effort, you know, the way they play as one. It's not separately. They play as one. Each one is giving just as much as the rest. It doesn't matter who gets the kill. It doesn't matter who gets the ace. It doesn't matter. They play as one, and this is just the most together team I think I've seen as Michaela Ertz gets set to serve. Oh, into the net. That's another thing with this team. They don't get too high, too low. They stay real even keel throughout the whole thing. No matter what, no matter if they're down a lot, whether they're up a lot, they just stay pretty even keel. Serve from Chisago Lakes gets over, and now Hemming has the chance for the kill. Dug up by the Wildcats. And looking, and I don't know if it was blocked or got into the net or not, but Ferry, if it did get blocked, is going to get credit for the block. That makes it 22-13. And Hemming will go back to serve now for the Tigers. Her serve is over, just over. And hustle by the Wildcats is what leads to them getting this one over. And Bankston lines that one up, but wow, what a dig there from Willie. And now tapping it across are the Wildcats. Gar with the dig and looking for the kills. Autumn Stream, and that gets down. Autumn Stream with her first kill of the evening makes it a 10-point lead, 23-13. Bankston again. You've got, between Bankston, Lind, and I can't think of her name, but the senior player for Mille Lacs. Those are the three best hitters in this conference. A smart play there from the Wildcats. Ella Weinzettel just pushing it across. Tigers weren't too ready for that one. It makes it 23-14. Checking in is Abby Zins to go back to serve. No, that is Shanus. Again, I apologize. It's so hard to see their numbers. Black, and unless you have white numbers, it's so hard. Oh, and Autumn Stream with another kill there. She said, wait a minute. I'm going to change things real quick. Couldn't even finish my sentence, and she changes it with a kill. Ella Ferry with set point now. Goes back to serve. Her serve is, into the net. That's a tough one. 24-15. I know I played volleyball recreationally with our morning show host, Joshua Miron. And holy moly, it is so much harder than everybody thinks. Rebecca Norelius, I think that's how you pronounce it. I apologize if I botch any of these. Gar with the dig off the serve from Norelius, and then miscommunication, a rare miscommunication there on Rush City's side. Again, you see it. You see it after every point. Teams go into that huddle, but you can just tell they never get too down. That dig is followed up by a set from Sayatovich, and then oh my goodness, the light tap across from Bankston is going to be enough for the 25-15 set one victory for the Rush City Tigers. So first set is won by the Tigers, 25-15. And They went on a 10-point run after being down 9-7. They went up 17-9. And again, it was just them, their set from there on out. So we'll take a commercial break. When we come back, we'll be ready for the second set here in Rush City. You're listening to Volleyball on WCMP.
It's almost time to start pushing snow. Sorry, just the messenger. Thankfully, Minnesota Equipment in Isanti has affordable machines to do the heavy lifting. Any size property. Toro and Aaron's walk behind snow blowers. Oh, you got land, huh? How about John Deere lawn and garden tractors? Or a compact utility tractor? Minnesota Equipment has them in stock. Snow removal doesn't have to be backbreaking. Not if you get into Minnesota Equipment, Highway 65 in Isanti, or visit minnesotaequipment.com.
Great homes start with a sound foundation. That foundation starts with a mortgage from Northwoods Bank. Northwoods Bank is a community bank that knows the neighborhood. We have personalized home lending solutions, and with our rapid mortgage, apply online at northwoodsbank.com 24/7. Be approved in 20 minutes and be in your dream home sooner. Think local when it comes to your banking solutions. Northwoods Bank, we make it happen for you. Northwoods Bank is an equal housing lender and FDIC insured.
With high school sports season here again, Wellia Health wants to remind you that they want to help your athletes stay in the game. Sports medicine services are available at every Wellia Health campus. Whether it's the young athlete, the weekend warrior, or the accomplished athlete, injuries can happen. Get back in the game by calling the sports medicine experts at Wellia Health, 320-679-1313. Wellia Health. Live life well.
Back here on 106.5 FM AM 1350, WCMPradio.com. Rush City takes the first set 25-15. Of course, just want to give my condolences to the Lagerman family. Ty Lagerman passed away this past week, and just keep their family in your thoughts and prayers. Again, if you don't know who that is, Ty Lagerman did my job at WCMP and KBK long before me, and he has left a legacy behind. Not just in East Central Minnesota, but I'm across the state. You mentioned Ty Lagerman, and people know exactly who you're talking about. So, I mean, I just want to say, the Lagerman family, thoughts and prayers from me. I just heard so much about him. Again, the legacy he has left is unmatched. He's just, from what everything I've heard, I've never met him, and I wish I could have. I really wish I could have, because just to be able to learn from someone like that who did it as long, and not just as long, but as well as he did too, would have been truly a blessing. But again, thoughts and prayers to the Lagerman family, and again, Ty Lagerman, a legend and a legacy he has left behind. And I only wish that I could be half as good as he was, and do as well at the things that he did. Because again, you mentioned his name not just here in East Central Minnesota, but across the state. People know who you're talking about. They know exactly who he is for a reason, and all good reasons too. So Chisago Lakes will get set to serve. It's Ella Weinzettel with the serve, and dug up there by Ribich, and the Tigers will get it across. Gar off the block at the net from the Wildcats. It gets down, and the Tigers take a 1-0 lead. Going back to serve will be Sayatovic. Again, Sayatovic having herself a night. She has a couple of aces there in that first set. Serve is over from Sayatovic. The dig from their libero, Willie, goes into the net, and it's 2-0. Again, Rush City usually keeps stats on the board, but their statistician not able to be here tonight. That's okay, though. That's okay. Sometimes you just need a night or two off. It's understandable. And that serve is dug up again by Willie, and her team just a tad bit out of position. As that gets down again, it's 3-0. Serve is up, and it is over. Dug up by the Wildcats. And looking for the kill. It's down from Tiana Ritter. And that'll give the Wildcats their first point here in set number 2. Tiana Ritter with the kill. And going back to serve is going to be Abby Zins. She's been all over the court tonight for the Chisago Lakes Wildcats. She probably leads them in kills right now. 2 or 3, I think she had in that first set. Gar with the dig. And Ertz off the block, down for the kill. Make it 4-1. Substitution, Ella Ferry will come in for Abigail Thielander. It's Bankston to serve now for Rush City. It's over, dug up by Willie, and set back. Willie will push it across to Bankston. Sayadovich, and now looking for the kill. That's Veronica Hemming with the kill, making it 5-1. Bankston again will serve for Rush City. Serve is over. It's dug up by Weinzettel. And blocked at the net by the Tigers. Rebecca Norelius looked for the kill, but blocked at the net by Rush City. And it's 6-1. Serve again from Bankston. Goes long. 6-2 now. And back to serve is Tiana Ritter. Serve. Oh my goodness, that was like a screwball almost. And Ella Ferry with the kill for the Tigers. That serve was weird in a cool way. It kind of took a nosedive for a split second to the net, and then all of a sudden had some lift to it again. Michaela Ertz will serve for the Tigers. Her serve is dug up, and Chisago Lakes will hit it across, dug up by Ertz. Sayadovich, and Ferry will look for the kill again. Dug up by the Wildcats. It's Norelius looking for the kill, and Sayadovich got a hand on it, but unable to catch up to it are her teammates. That'll make it 7-3. They'll get a substitution. Shaunus will check into the game for Julia Seifert. Her serve is over. Dug up by Ferry. Kept alive and pushed across by Bankston. What? Oh, we get a double hit on the Tigers. We don't see a lot of those from the Tigers. Seen a lot of teams get called on that, but it's just something you don't see a ton of from Rush City. And diving dig by 2 Tiger players. Now Ferry has a chance for the kill. It's dug up by the Wildcats. And Norelius looks for the kill, and that is long. Just long on the hit from the Wildcats. That'll make it 8-4. And going back to serve will be Veronica Hemming for Rush City. Her serve is over. Dug up by Zins, and Weinzettel will look to get it across, but that's going to go into the net and make it 9-4. Hemming again to serve for the Tigers. Serve is over. Dug up by Zins and hit across by the Tigers. Dug up by Gar. Sayadovich, and Stream will look for the kill. Oh, beautiful placement. Nice diving dig attempt there from Shaunus, but just unable to catch up to it in time. 10-5 is the score. Veronica Hemming. The serve is over. Dug up by Willie. Hits the rafters. It comes down. Good job keeping track of that one by the Wildcats. Back across Bankston with the dig to Sayadovich. Stream. No, it is Ferry who gets that one down. Beautiful fake from Autumn Stream to get the Wildcats to jump early on their block attempt. And then Ferry, she kind of had to hang in the air for just a little bit longer before coming down and just lightly tapping that one across. 11, well, scoreboard says 11-5. Maybe I missed something. And the kill attempt is dug up by Hemming. And Ferry again back across, dug up by Willie. And now the kill attempt from Weinzettel, dug up by Gar. Sayadovich will just tap it across. Nice diving attempt by Willie to keep that alive. And then blocked at the net, but it goes out of bounds. Off the block attempt from the Tigers. That'll make it 11-6, so I missed a point. T-Lander just wants an explanation as to why the Wildcats got the point. It was close. It was close to either going off the net or the block, but the referees say that it went off the block, and I kind of agree. It was close, though. I mean, it might have actually went off of the net, then the block, as Kelsey Hank gets the serve across, dug up by Gar, and Ferry will look for the kill. That's a great spot for that ball. Beautiful placement, and that will make it 12-6. Ferry will check out. In for her is Abigail T-Lander. T-Lander with the serve. It's out. And Abby Zins watching that one the whole way. Makes it 12-7. Brianna Willie back to serve now for the Wildcats. She wastes no time, my goodness. Dug up. And blocked at the net on the swing from Bankston. Goes out of bounds. Point, Rush City. So Bankston got the swing on that one. I could not for the life of me see who got the dig, but it was Ribbich for the Tigers. Now served across by Guards. They lead 13-7. It's Zins looking for the kill, and that is down just past T-Lander. To make it 13-8. Abby Zins with the kill. Back to serve will be Ella Weinzettel. It is over. Dug up by Ribbich. To Bankston. Hit across by Ertz. Dug up by Hank. And looking for the kill out of the Tigers. Nice job by T-Lander right there waiting for it. Bankston lines this one up. Kept alive by the Wildcats. Zins will line this one up. Dug up by Gar. Bankston again. Back to Hank who gets the dig. Zins again. Dug up there by T-Lander to Sejatovic. Bankston just lightly tapping this one over. Wildcats will easily get it. Zins again. Dug up by Gar. Sejatovic. Gar will hit it across. Oh, and then a miscommunication there between Hank and Weinzettel. That'll get down. Point, Rush City. 14-8. Sejatovic will go back to serve now for Rush City. It is up and it is over. Dug up by Willie of the Wildcats. And Zins looks for the kill. Dug up by Gar. Nice job by T-Lander to be right there, be a good teammate. Back across. Wildcats get the dig. They look for the kill, and that's right in between Rush City players. Julia Seifert will get the kill for the Wildcats. That was right in between all the Tigers. They had no chance. Abby Zins will go back to serve. (14-9) as the serve gets across. Dug up by T-Lander. Sejatovic, great hustle to get to that one, and Gar gets it back across. Zins with the dig. Hustling after that one's Weinzettel, and then not able to get it on the third hit across. Great hustle by both these teams on that point there. Makes it 15-9. And that is Bankston who will serve. Dug up by Willie. She had to go low for that one. Zins will line this one up. Dug up by Gar. And Hemming looks for the kill off the block, and it gets down. Veronica Hemming. Another kill here tonight. She's kind of taken on right behind Bankston in the role of getting a bunch of kills here tonight. Of course, Hemming and Bankston, two of their leaders. Bankston only a junior, Hemming a senior. Wildcats get the dig, just trying to tap that one across, but unable to. A little bit of an awkward angle. 17-9, lead for Rush City. Bankston with the serve. It's over, dug up by Willie. Weinzettel. And the kill attempt. Oh, Bankston couldn't get that one cleanly, and Norelius gets the kill for the Wildcats. Makes it 17-10. Wildcats trail by 7, and now it's Tiana Ritter with the serve, dug up by Gar. And Ferry gets that one down, but it's over again by the Wildcats, keeping it alive, but it eventually gets out of bounds. Wow. Man, some of these points that these two teams are getting is just insane. Point goes to Rush City there, but the absolute effort from Chisago Lakes, 2 diving attempts. Kayla Ertz will serve. That one's a line drive to Zins. She manages to get it over. 2 diving digs from Rush City, and Ferry cannot get it across. They get it on the diving dig. Ertz kept it alive, and then a hustle after it, but they could not catch up in time and get enough of a hit on it. Alyssa Chanus with the serve for the Wildcats. 18-11 is the score. Chanus serve just over the net. Diving dig there from Bankston, and Ella Ferry will get it across. Dug up by Willie. Chanus, and looking for the kills. Weinzettel, dug up by Bankston. Sayadovich. That's Autumn Stream, but I think she may have touched the net. She did. Dang. That looked good, but she did touch the net. And sometimes when you try and pull back real fast when you know you're going to hit it, it almost makes it that much more obvious. Serve is dug up by Gar. Hemming. Dug up by Willie now for the Wildcats. Oh, and blocked at the net by Hemming, and that's going to get down on the Wildcats side. Hemming with the lock at the net makes it 19-12. Hemming will serve for Rush City. Serve is over. Dug up by Zins, and Zins lining this one up, and that is down. Excuse me, that's Norelius. Norelius gets the kill for Chisago Lakes. That makes it 19-13. Substitution, it's Hemming, who will check out. It's Mackenzie Rivich in for her. Rivich, one of 4 seniors on this Rush City squad. Kelsey Hank with the serve across. Dug up by Rivich. And Autumn Stream will hit it across to Willie. Weinzettel gets it across. Sayadovich with the dig. Ferry lines this one up off the block, and it's down. 20-13 now, the lead for Rush City. Another substitution, Abigail Thielander will check in for Ella Ferry. And Thielander will go back to serve almost out of frame of the camera. She likes to set up in that back near side corner. Her serve is over, dug up by Willie. And lining up the kill. I thought she got the dig. Apparently not. It's going to be Isabel Nelson with the kill for Chisago Lakes. Make it 20-14. I thought the hand was underneath, but apparently not. And then Willie with the serve. Dug up by Thielander, but it goes straight to the boundary line and out of bounds. And Wildcats all of a sudden seem like they have a bunch of momentum. 20-15. They trail by 5 here in set number 2. Willie with the serve. Dug up by Ribich, and Stream will look for the kill off the block at the net. It's out of bounds, and Rush City will get one back, 21-15. It'll be McKenna Gar to serve, and she's another one who likes to set in that back near side corner, almost out of frame. And again, sometimes you find a spot. It's like a kicker in football. You just find that spot, and you just got to keep going there. It's muscle memory almost at that point. Weinzettel with the attempted kill, dug up by Gar. And now Bankston, light tap across. Oh, and, Chisago Lakes got a fingertip on it, but they almost didn't know what to do as it came in so slowly. They almost were caught off guard at how slow it came in. That's just Bankston, again, just a very smart hitter. Willie with the dig for Chisago Lakes. Zins with the hit across. Gar with the dig. Sayadovich. Bankston will line this one up. Oh! And Bankston had that one lined up. That one was going to be taking off the laces of that volleyball. Or the sewing. I don't know if it has actual laces, but I know what I meant. The laces that keep it held together. It's 22-16. The serve over from Weinzettel is dug up by Gar. And looking for the kill is Ertz, dug up by the Wildcats. Push across by Willie, dug up by Ribich. Bankston looks for the kill, and that is down. 23-16. Hemming checks in for Ribic. And Sajadovic back to serve. Her serve is over. Dug up by Zins to Weinzettel. Zins will have a chance. She gets it across. Dug up by Gar. Sajadovic. Hemming looks for the kill. Dug up by Willie. Weinzettel. Zins into the net. And now it is set points for the Tigers. They lead 24-16. Looking to go up 2-0 here if they can grab another point without allowing an 8-point comeback from the Wildcats. Sajadovic with the serve. It is over. Dug up by Weinzettel, and now that is not Zins. That is, can't see the number real right now. Bankston hits it across for the Tigers. Willie with the serve. With the hit, excuse me. Hemming looks for the kill now. Dug up by Weinzettel, but it's going to go into the bleachers. And that'll be a point for the Tigers, and that will end set number 2 with the Tigers grabbing the victory 25-16 in the second set. And now they take a 2-0 lead over the Wildcats, and we go into what could be the third and final set here in Rush City. Tigers lead 2-0. They won the first set 25-15, the second set 25-16. Should be interesting. And they move to 21-1. Or can the Wildcats come back and win 3 straight sets? We'll find out. We'll take commercial break first, and we'll come back after a word from our fine sponsors here on WCMP.
Are you interested in a technical degree that can quickly help you land your dream career? Or maybe you've always dreamed of going to a 4-year college, but you'd like to start close to home. Either way, Pine Technical and Community College has you covered. PTCC offers more than 50 degrees in hot fields like healthcare information technology, advanced manufacturing, and business. PTCC is now accepting applications. Financial aid may be available online at pine.edu. Starting out or starting over, find your future at Pine Technical and Community College.
A&W Restaurant Pine City is still making fresh root beer, that signature item since 1919. It's still made fresh and on-site with real cane sugar and a blend of secret ingredients. It doesn't get any better than this. Their world-renowned A&W root beer is a classic treat, and they can top it off with creamy vanilla soft serve to be known as the famous A&W root beer float. Now that's smooth, tasty, and refreshing. An American iconic A&W root beer float. It never tasted so good. A&W Restaurant Pine City. Come grab your root beer float today.
When was the last time you had a professional tune-up for your home or business furnace? 1 year? 5 years? Or maybe it's been so long that you don't remember. When it's time to winterize your home or business, your routine isn't complete without a furnace tune-up from Dale's Heating and Appliance. A tune-up from Dale's will keep your furnace running at peak efficiency so you can keep warm all winter. Don't wait and avoid costly repairs. Call Dale's Heating and Appliance at 320-629-3531 or contact them online at dalesheatingandappliance.com.
If you've been injured in an auto accident or have sustained other personal injury, you don't have to leave town to get good representation. Spear & Swanson attorneys at law in Pine City are experienced and will work on your case with no fee until they get you money. They also handle divorce and custody cases, criminal defense, including DWI and other legal matters. Spear & Swanson is your local law firm that cares about you. So if you need legal representation or advice, call 320-629-7586. Spear & Swanson, attorneys at law in Pine City.
Back here on WCMP 106.5 FM, AM 1350. They just announced the 50-50 winner here tonight, and he was sitting right in front of me, and it's funny, he pulled out his ticket late, and I was like, oh, okay. There's no way he wins it, you know. Pulls out the ticket late, not prepared. You know, there's no way. Nope. He won it. Awesome. We've got our 50-50 winners. We head into set number 3 between the Wildcats and the Tigers. Tigers looking for their 18th win in a row. They've got their 6 out there. Wildcats have their 6 out there. Well, nope, excuse me. They're going to go to a substitution. Willie's going to check in for Isabel Nelson real quick. And now they've got their 6 out there. So getting set to serve, maybe not. Not yet, not quite. Just wait. Making sure we got everybody out there. That needs to be. not quite. Looks like they got to sub a little bit more. There we go. Looks like we've got everything situated. So we've got everybody out there that needs to be out there, and Sajadovic will go back to serve for Rush City. Sajadovic will bounce the ball a couple times. Runs up, and there's the serve. It's over. Dug up by the Wildcats. And Zins will look for the kill. Gar with the dig. Dug up by Sajadovic, and Bankston looks for the kill, but dug up by Willie for the Wildcats. It's Weinzettel looking for the kill. Gar keeps it alive off the block. Sajadovic to Bankston, and it's down. Kill from Bankston. My goodness, again, just the effort and the will, the want from this Rush City team is incredible. 1-0 here in set number 3. Serve is over by Sajadovic. Dug up by the Wildcats, and Weinzettel will look for the kill, but it's dug up by the Tigers. Hemming, and that is down. Great placement from Veronica Hemming. She saw it late, but she got a good finger roll with that one and was able to find the perfect spot to lay it in. 2-0. Serve is over. It hits the net. It gets down, an ace for Sajadovic. And that makes it 3-0. Again, that net can be the enemy or the friend, but certainly the friend there of Sajadovic. Serve is over again from Sajadovic. Dug up by Zins, and that's going to get out of bounds. Another point, Rush City. 4-0 they lead here early, set number 3. Sajadovic will ready her serve. The Wildcats line up, trying to figure out where she's going next with it, and they get the clean dig, does Willie. And now the hit across from Weinzettel. I think it was long. It definitely had to be long, yeah. That was long. 5-0. It just was long, but it was long nonetheless. Serve is up, it is over. A lob over from Sajadovic, but Wildcats get there. Weinzettel blocked at the net by Bankston. It's down 6-0. Sajadovic back to serve again. Serve is over. Dug up by the Wildcats. That's going to go into the net. Another point here for Rush City, and I wouldn't be surprised if we get a timeout here if Tigers get another point. You don't want a team to get on a hot run like this because that spells danger. Sajadovic serve is into the net, so the Wildcats finally catch a break. It's 7-1. Wildcats will substitute. It's in the Cat family. The serve from Weinzettel is over, dug up by Gar. Sajadovic, Bankston lines this one up, dug up, and that's going to get over the net. Oh, and Michaela Ertz, I don't think she knew it was coming. I don't think she knew. I think she was running to her spot to get set up, and I don't think she knew the ball was there. Good effort, though, but I think that one snuck up on her. Ella Weinzettel will go back to serve again for the Wildcats. It's 7-2. Weinzettel's serve is over, dug up by Bankston. Sajadovic with the set, and Ertz lines it up, blocked at the net by the Wildcats, but it gets down on their side to make it 8-2. Bankston will go back to serve now for Rush City. It's 8-2. It is over. Dug up by Zins. And Wildcats get it across, dug up by Sajadovic to Gar. And Ferry hits it across, dug up by Willie. Weinzettel, and Zins looks for the kill. It's out. Oh my goodness, that is just out. Zins with a nice spot for that one, but it is just long. And a timeout called here by the Chisago Lakes Wildcats. Eric Thielander has to be pleased with how his team is performing here this evening. Have a 2-0 lead over the Wildcats, a 3A school. And they're over there dancing. They're pretty happy with how it's going. Oh, Bankston breaking out the Irish jig here. And that's what I mean. This team just seems like they're so comfortable. They know what they want to do. They know what they have to do. They just seem like they are just so, together. It looks like one of the most complete teams out there. And that has to do with the fact that they've played together for so long. The communication is there. The practice, the way they practice, the way they have come out in the summer camps, the winter camps maybe if they have them, the spring camps if they have them, I guess. But that's just these guys being good teammates with each other and knowing each other well and knowing the friend from the player, because it can be two different things. Just being a good friend and a good teammate. And timeout over, and Rush City feeling good. Dancing out there to the YMCA. And Bankston's serve is over, dug up by Willie. And the hit across is dug up by the Tigers. And somehow, I don't know how, but Sayadovich got that one. And somehow the Wildcats keep it alive. That was right at the judges, refs, whatever you would like to call it, ladder stand. Oh, and then it looks like we get a double hit on the Wildcats. Yeah, the Wildcats, it was right at the refs stand there, and they did a good job of hitting it to keep it alive, and then they got it across. Then we get a double hit on the Wildcats, 10-2. Thielander had a question about something. Got his answer, and the serve is over. It did hit the top of the net, and Wildcats get it over from Willie. Michaela Ertz, that goes off the top of the net. A friendly net roll there. It's 11-2. Rush City in the lead. They came out and scored 7 straight points to begin this set. As Bankston's serve is over, dug up by Willie again. That's going to get to the top of the net, but Wildcats get it back over. Gar and Ferry with the attempted kill, but it's long. 11-3 now after the hit goes long. Chisago Lakes gets one back. It will be Abby Zins to serve. Her serve is up. It hits the net. It's over. Great play there by the Tigers to get that one across. Hemming gets it up off the block from the Wildcats. Again, I keep getting stuck on Tigers and Wildcats for some reason. Then back across by the Wildcats, dug up by Bankston. Now Ferry again looks for the kill, dug up by Willie of the Wildcats. Oh, nice job by Weinzettel to keep it alive, and then we get a whistle. Whistle on the Wildcats. I'm not sure of the call there. But the Tigers get the points, and it's Michaela Ertz back to serve. Her serve is long. She's got a line drive serve, and I don't know how you can't go for the dig on them because it gets so close to coming down inbounds. I'd be so nervous that it would. Willie with the serve for the Wildcats. It's dug up by Bankston, and Autumn Stream, just a great play there by Autumn Stream. Just giving it the finger tap across, knowing that she doesn't have to do anything too difficult with it. All she needs to do is put it right down in that space where all the defenders aren't. Veronica Hemming will go back to serving. Bankston still dancing to the YMCA out there. Oh, that's how you know this team is having a good time. Tigers get the dig, and the hit across from Ferry is long. I mean, Bankston, while she's waiting for her teammate to get the serve, she's still doing the YMCA. 13-5, and coming in now to serve for the Wildcats is Alyssa Shanus. Her serve is over. It's a lob dug up by Gar. She had to go low for that one. Stream with the kill. Autumn Stream with the kill there. 14-5. My computer apparently just didn't want to cooperate. Ella Ferry will go back to serve now for the Tigers there. Oh boy. And now we've got point here for Rush City. Apparently now it's 14-6. I am pretty lost as to what the score is. I'll go with what the scoreboard says. 14-6 now is the score. Serve is over from Ferry. It's dug up by the Tigers. Weinzettel with the hit across, dug up by Bankston, and Bankston looks to line this one up. That is down! The kill from Bankston just past the outstretched arms of Zins, and it's 15-6. We get a timeout called here by the Wildcats. I believe that's their second and last timeout here of the third set. They need to go on a 9-point run and then go on another 10-point run to finish this one off if they want to have a chance and bring it to another set and extend it. But the way Rush City is feeling and playing, I don't think they will. I mean, Rush City is feeling themselves right now. Especially Basin. She's just out there. She is just, and that's what I've noticed too with this Rush City squad. They play so loose. They play so loose. They're so relaxed. They don't get, again, that's one thing that they do well. They don't get too high or too low. They play even keel, and they just play relaxed. They play loose. They know what they're doing. They're so confident in what they're doing and their communication with their teammates. They just are able to play so relaxed. That's one thing. You can be confident in knowing what your teammates are going to do, but playing relaxed is another thing, and this team thrives on playing relaxed. And, again, I think you can really see it with Lydia Bankston. She's out there dancing, I mean, almost every time. A little bit surprised we didn't see her break out in a slow dance there, too. That previous song. 15-6 now as Ferry is back to serve for the Tigers. Her serve is over and down. Willie gets the dig. And now hitting it across, that's Rebecca Norelius. Dug up by the Tigers. It's Autumn Stream again off the block at the net. Wildcats have it. Norelius looking for the kill. We get a whistle here on the Tigers. Not 100% sure what it was for, but it's 15-7. Norelius with the serve into the net. 16-7. Going back to serve now is McKenna Garr. Garr's serve is over, dug up by Willie. And, well, they're going to call that one in. I don't know how that got in and over to the inside the red and white striped pole, but it did. Either way, the Tigers have it. Oh, and Sayadovich, I knew what she was trying to do there. She was trying to go back over with that hit. She had her back kind of facing the net almost, and she wanted to push the ball behind her, but just unable to there, and now it's 16-8. In to serve is Isabel Nelson for the Wildcats. Nelson, a sophomore, and her serve. Oh, it's in, and it's in and down for an ace for Isabel Nelson. 7 seniors on this Chisago Lakes Wildcat squad. They got a freshman, 3 juniors, and the sophomore in Isabel Nelson. Her serve is over. It's dug up by T-Lander. And Bankston lines this one up, blocked out the net. Gets back over the net. Bankston will line it up again, and it's down for the kill from Lydia Bankston. 17-9, the Tiger lead. Hemming checks in for Ribich. That ball got loose. But they get it back in. It's Cora Sayadovich getting ready to serve for Rush City. It is up, it is over, and out. Oh, no, it's in, out? Oh, it's in. It's an ace for Sayadovich. So Sayadovich will get set to serve again, 18-9. Oh, and this one goes into the net. So 18-10. So the Wildcats will not be stuck down in single digits. They'll get to double digits there with that serve into the net. And it's Ella Weinzettel back to serve for Chisago Lakes. Again, one of the 3 juniors on the varsity squad. Her serve is over. Dug up by T-Lander. Sayadovich gets to it, and Gar will get it back across the net. Willie gets to it for the Wildcats and looking for the kill. That is Zins, but dug up nicely by the Tigers. Bankston looks for the full swing, dug up by the Wildcats again. Zins looks for the kill, and just down past T-Lander. T-Lander almost got to that one, just couldn't get her hand underneath in time. And checking into the game for the second time tonight is Caden Lamont, wearing number 22. Ella Weinzettel to serve for the Wildcats, 18-11. Oh, I think that got in. It did. Tigers called out, but it took an absolute nosedive at the last possible moment, last possible millisecond there, and it's down for an ace for Ella Weinzettel. All of a sudden, Chisago Lakes trying to make a comeback. T-Lander with the dig, and Bankston taps this one across. Yep, that's what I thought. It was off of the tip of the Wildcats. Wildcats got a finger on it, and it's out of bounds, 19-12. Lydia Bankston goes back to serve for the Tigers. Her serve is over. Dug up by Willie. Zins looks for the kill. Dug up by Bankston. Zjatovic, and now Ella Ferry looks for the kill. Willie got the dig, got a hand on it, and then it went straight back to the net. And her teammates just couldn't catch up to it. It went one way, and her teammates were going after it, trying to help her out, but they were just headed the wrong direction. Bankston with the serve. It's up, dug up by Willie, and the Wildcats get it across, and it's hit across by Lamont, and they get it across now to the Wildcats. The hit across from Hemming, dug up by the Wildcats. Now Zins will push it across to Gar. Zjatovic with the set. Ferry, nice job. Right down in front of Weinzettel. That makes it 21-12 now for the Tigers. The Wildcats have held a lead once in this entire match, and that was in the first set. They led 9-7. That was it. And the Tigers came back and scored 10 straight points to lead 17-9. Bankston with the kill! Man, oh man. Yeah, I'd want to get out of the way of that one too. Jeez. Yeah, you do not want to be in front of that one when Bankston lines it up, because my goodness, it's coming in at Mach 12 for Pete's sake. Kayla Diedrich checks into the game for the first time tonight for Rush City. Zins will hit it across, right to Ferry. Zjatovic, and that's Ribich who gets it over, or Diedrich, excuse me. And Zins with a absolute laser, which is dug up by Gar and then hit across by Lamont. Dug up by Gar again. Zjatovic. Ferry, it's over. Diving dig from the Wildcats, and looks like the Tigers got into the net. So the whistle on the Tigers makes it 22-13. Checking in is Rebecca Norelius. She's not going to go back to serve, though. It will be Abby Zins. Zins' serve is over, dug up by Ferry. Zjatovic, and Ferry looks for the kill off the block of the net. Willie, it goes off a rafter. Nice job by Weinzettel to keep up with it. Zjatovic dig, Gar with the set, and kill attempt from Ferry. Goes just long toward the Wildcat bench, and it's out of bounds. Wildcats get the point there, 22-14. Again, Zins back to serve for the Wildcats. It's up and over. Dug up by Gar. Zjatovic. And trying to get it off the net was Kayla Diedrich, but unable to. It's 22-15. Zins with the serve. It's just over the net. Ferry with the dig. It goes into the net. And down, points for the Wildcats. 22-16 now. And Caden Lamont, one of the 4 seniors for the Tigers volleyball program. 22-16, Wildcats on the comeback trail now. And Zins back to serve. It is up, it is over. Oh, excuse me, dug up by Ferry. The Wildcats have it. Now they push it across. That's dug up by Bankston. Zjatovic, and now looking for the kill. That's Diedrich, and she gets the kill. Goes off the net. Hey, as long as it gets over, it's all good. Caden Lamont will be back to serve for the Rush City Tigers. And her serve is up. It is over. Dug up by the Wildcats, but right back across for the Tigers. Zayadovich and Stream with a fingertip gets it across to the Wildcats, and now they look for the kill. It's into the net and down, and that makes it match point for the Tigers. 24-16 is the score, and Caden Lamont will look to end it right here. Lamont's serve is over. Dug up by Zins to Weinzettel, and the Wildcats get it across. Lamont with the sliding dig. Ferry looks for the kill, and almost. Nice diving dig by Bankston, but goes right to the bleachers. It's 24-17. So the Wildcats will need 7 straight points to erase the match point, as Brianna Willie will serve it across, one of the 7 seniors for the Wildcat program, and on stream, it's blocked at the net again by the Wildcats. Let me see the number. That is number 16, Isabel Nelson, with the block at the net for the Wildcats, 24-18. Willie with the serve. Dug up by Bankston. Towards the net. Back across. And it's down again. I believe that's Nelson again. Yeah, it is. Isabel Nelson will hit it back down. 24-19. It's over. Dug up by Gar. Zayadovich. Bankston looks for the kill. It's down. And Bankston says, time to go home. She will end it there with that one, and it's 25-16, or 25-19, excuse me. The third set won by the Tigers. It's the clean sweep here for the Rush City Tigers over the Chisago Lakes Wildcats, 3-0. The Rush City Tigers will move to 21-1 on the season. The Rush City Tigers still the favorite in Section 7 AA and in the Great River Conference, but it will all come down to tomorrow. Let's see who will take the conference outright. Will it be the Tigers? Will they get it tomorrow night against the Pine City Dragons? It all comes down to that game tomorrow night. If Pine City can win, they will have a chance of at least a share of the Great River Conference title, because Pine City would have to win out. They would have to win tomorrow night here in Rush City, which is going to be tough. Then they'd have to go on the road on Thursday and win over Bram. Then they'd have to go on next Tuesday and win over Mille Lacs in, I believe it's Onamia. So it is not even close to 1 for Rush or Pine City, but it all comes down to tomorrow night. If Rush City wins tomorrow night, it is the conference title back to the Rush City Tigers. But if they fall to Pine City, it is in Pine City's hands. It is their share of the conference title to lose. So, again, Rush City has at least guaranteed themselves a share of the conference title, but it is all going to come down to tomorrow night when they host the Pine City Dragons. If Rush City wins tomorrow night, the conference title is theirs. If they lose tomorrow night, Pine City holds it in their own hands. Pine City controls their destiny. So again, Rush City's 8-0 in the conference. If they win tomorrow night, they have the Great River Conference title. If they lose tomorrow night, Pine City has to go and win 2 more games on the road to grab a share of the Great River Conference title. So right now, the Tigers control their destiny. If they win, it's theirs. If they lose, they got to hope Pine City wins or loses 1 more game, and then it's theirs. It's going to be a fun end to the season for not just the Great River Conference, but all our local teams in the local listening area. I want to give a huge shout out to all of you who tuned in tonight. I want to give an even bigger shout out to all of our fine sponsors. Make sure to give them your business, because they were kind enough to give us their sponsorship. Because again, if it wasn't for them, we would not be able to come out here and broadcast any of these games for you. So give them your business, or if you're in their place of business, just say, hey, thanks. Just mention that you appreciated them sponsoring the broadcast on WCMP and, of course, KBEK as well. Again, stay tuned to the morning shows on both KBEK and WCMP. KBEK with Rock and Robin Riley at 7:30 and 8:30, and on WCMP with Joshua Miron on 100.9 FM at 7:45 and 8:45 for your sports update from the local listening area. We'll have scores from tonight's game here in Rush City, as well as other teams in the local listening area. Stretches from North Branch up to Mille Lacs, the Onamia Isle Co-op, and then it goes out to Princeton to here in Rush City, Pine City area. We even cover a little bit of Wisconsin, Grantsburg, Siren, Webster area. Unfortunately, we aren't able to broadcast those games, but we do give you updates on their games and their scores. So be sure to tune into the morning shows for the updates on those games and scores as well. The playoffs are just around the corner, and each game matters even more for those playoff seedings and standings. Again, for Rush City, they are currently first place in Section 7 AA SS1 part of it. They are more than likely going to grab the number 1 seed. I think no matter what, even if they were to lose tomorrow, I think that no matter what, they will grab the number 1 seed, but after that, it all depends. Rush City controls their own destiny. If they win tomorrow night, they will have the Great River Conference title. If they lose, they got to hope Pine City loses at least one more game in their last 2 to grab the conference title outright, but they've already guaranteed themselves a share of the Great River Conference title. So again, the final here in this one, Rush City takes it 3-0 over the Chisago Lakes Wildcats. They win set 1 25-15, set 2 25-16, and the third set 25-19. For WCMP, I am Ethan Game Day Gilman. Again, thank you all to you who tuned in here tonight. Thanks to all of our fine sponsors for sponsoring tonight's broadcast. Again, remember, be kind to everybody. You never know what someone is going through, and your kindness really could not only make their day, but change their day and really make their life a little bit better. If not, just change their day, their mood for that day, and help them to get through that day. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Ethan Game Day Gilman for WCMP, signing off. Have a great rest of your night. Their mood for that day and help them to get through that day. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Ethan Game Day Gilman for WCMP, signing off.